Hello, hello. Patrick Kincaid with you once again. We are beginning lesson 2.02, Winning Mindset for Amazon Sellers. This one's going to be a brief one. It's kind of setting the stage for our mindset and how it pertains to you as an Amazon seller. So I'm going to keep this one short. I just want to get you the pillars for a winning mindset. Okay? So, lesson 2.02, Winning Mindset for Amazon Sellers. We are, of course, in the second lesson of this mindset section. All right, so the three pillars for a successful Amazon seller's mindset are follow your map, take imperfect action, and remember your why. First one, follow your map. So you want to do this, and I keep repeating, follow your map, follow your map, follow your map. It was the first foundational step that we went through in the foundation section. It was included in mindset, map, and muscle. And right here, it's squeezing its way into the beginning pillars of our mindset for an Amazon seller because it's that important to follow a map. It helps you keep your mindset intact where it needs to be and on point, on course to successfully carry out your Amazon selling business journey, right? If you've always got the map to follow, you don't get steered off course, right? So you want to follow your map until you reach your final destination or destinations. And that could be, one product at a time. It could be one of the 7 phases at a time. You just always want to make sure that you're following the map through till you get to the next step or phase or product or niche. Yeah, the map might change, but make sure you follow it through until you have completed whatever stage of the game you're in, okay? And you want to choose a good map first. We're obviously using the Amazon Selling Blueprint. If you're moving on to another map, just make sure it's a good one, right? It's kind of a relative term, good, but you want to make sure it's a solid map that's based upon data, based upon many trial and error and successes, as well as encompasses everything that you need, and it actually will guide you to where you want to be. Not where somebody else is getting or where somebody else has gone, but will take you to where you want to go, okay? So that's kind of what makes a good map. Number 2 in our pillars is take imperfect action. Now, I add the word imperfect in front of action because one of the big time killers of taking action is perfectionism. Believe you me, I understand this all too well. It's something in recent years that I have been working, and I've had to in recent years, because to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to beat back the perfectionism. I've been working on it, right? I've been taking as many opportunities as I can, especially when I recognize that my perfectionism is slowing me down, it's holding me up, it's keeping me from getting to my goals and dreams on time. I've been working hard on this, okay? So in order to take imperfect action, you need to do the next right thing. What does your map say to do? You don't have to do it all right now. You don't have to do it all perfectly right now. You just have to do the next right thing, okay? And this includes every day until it pays off. You got to think of each day as a brick for your store, right? You're not, the problem with perfectionism when you're living in it and when you're not taking imperfect action, you're trying to take perfect action, is you're trying to see all things at once. You're trying to build your store all at once, like all the walls, the roof, everything that goes inside of it, the foundation, everything. You're looking at all those walls, foundation, roof, all those pieces at once, and you're trying to put them all together at once. Whereas if you're considering every day to be each day in and of itself, then each day is a brick for your store, right? You want to just work on one brick, whatever brick you need to be laid down next, that's the brick you're working on today, okay? Same goes with taking imperfect action for the day. Take what's right for the day and work on it until you get it completed and set in place. Then you can go on to the next day. Lastly, don't do everything, all right? You shouldn't be doing everything in your Amazon business. If you are, you're not going to be able to get it all done efficiently, And this is kind of feeding into the Pareto principle, which is also called the 80-20 rule. We're going to talk about that a lot more in lesson 2.04. But basically the Pareto principle says 80% of your results comes from 20% of your efforts. Not 100% of your efforts, from 20% of your effort. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're really working on that 20%, focusing in on that, and anything else that is outside of that 20%, anything that's beyond the 20% effort, that's responsible for only 20% of your results, you need to be not doing those things, right? I'm going to explain this more coming up, so stay tuned for that. And lastly, remember your why. To beat back defeat is one main reason to remember your why. When you're in those moments where it's getting hard, failure seems to be what is coming about, if you're about to fail at something, this remembering your why will help you to beat that back and not have the defeat you. Remembering your why also helps you to stay focused long term, right? There's going to be some days that are a grind, some weeks that are a grind. It just depends on who you are and what stage of the game you're in, right? Depends on what stage of the game your mind is in. You may be having a bad week, okay? Remembering your why helps you stay focused through those peaks and valleys and helps you stay focused long term. Remembering your why provides meaning. We don't stick with things and finish things out that don't have meaning to us. That's the whole basis for having your why and living by your why each and every day. Okay, you need to remember it, because it provides meaning to you, and it makes you more capable to accomplish. Okay, remembering your why also reminds you why you are in this moment to begin with. For me, as that picture shows there, time to travel and live life with my family, with my son and my wife and the rest of my family. That is my why. I had to make sure that I worked hard. I didn't just immediately start going to Hawaii and going on trips and going and experiencing life with my family as a result of my Amazon businesses. There was a time when I couldn't afford to pay I couldn't afford to pay attention, much less pay for plane flights and places to stay and these experiences. And it was in those times when I was cash poor, because I just got started, when my why was ever so important. I knew that if I stuck with what I was doing, I was going to be able to experience this photograph later on. And lo and behold, I did. Okay? I do all the time now. Okay? So that's the main reasons why you want to remember your why and how it can help you. The trouble with the rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. I love this from Lily Tomlin here. That closes out this lesson 2.02 on winning mindset for Amazon sellers. Coming up next, lesson 2.03. I will just leave it for then. You can catch that here pretty quick. I will see you on the next one. Take care.